Take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. There he goes left side. And touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield looks to throw, buying time to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Go! Check.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Russell. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Steps away. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield on play action. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Tre'Davious White with a pick. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They'll set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight end right. We got 4. We got 4. Hurry!
17-0 our score after 1.
49ers nothing.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Everyone got 4. 4 down. Deuce. King. Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's crazy. Hey, alert 33. Alert flag.
To throw, Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
General West.
Check.
Under 10. Hey.
Switch.
Hey, Echo.
Minus 50.
Let go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got this one complete to Perriman, and he will take it in for the touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. No problem there on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Play fake. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. James has got it. Complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Hester. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready to break.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Shreds the tackle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Steamers.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. This is Breida on the draw. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 31-yard line.
Set. 180. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Let's go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to you.
5.
He'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
16 yards, a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Ready? 10-2 stop.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
I'm here all day.
Hey, exit. Go.
2nd and 6. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18.
Let's get out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Look at me. Zipper.
No check.
Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
Check Mike 54.
Now.
They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point safely through, and a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Niners take over.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
25, check 25.
On 2nd down now, it's Russell, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. The point after is good, and the lead is down to 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Team 6.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's brought in by Harris. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Crunch time, defense.
Go!
Banjo.
Hey! High 7!
Check, watch 54. Get in the right room.
Get it!
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Russell. 23 yards to pick up there.
Here we go.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Ready!
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Russell, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Go!
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh?
Ricky.
Go! 5.
They'll drop the throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. 46 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Hey, orbit.
Mayfield off the play fake. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
180. Hey, alert. Smooth.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. That's going to be caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and through. And that will cut this lead down to 25. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. Russell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Well, he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
On the set. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies
Protein spill.
slam, slam, slam.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Yes, yes.
Wide, get wide. Pick the edge, pick the edge.
Hey, Sam on.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
Look at me, zipper.
Check three, check three, check three.
Back on the ball. Ready?
On second down, it's Russell, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's third and goal.
Jim, 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 Jim. Show it in, show it in.
Kill, kill, kill.
And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Set, ready. 90 Wolf.
Check, check, watch 54.
Recon, 132 fighter.
You. Chef.
Speed grip.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. One last shot for Mayfield here. Forced it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1.